As I ventured closer, the desert's red sand seemed menacing, its crimson hue sneering at my apprehension. 6 years ago, my twin sister Allie had vanished into this very desert during a school camping trip. We were assigned to different tents. I was paired with Vivica and Janine, the school's social butterflies, while Allie was teamed up with Shanice and Alexia, two girls who were deeply immersed in worlds of science fiction and anime. Allie's bluntness could often catch you off guard. During our first night at the campsite, she made it clear that she didn't entirely understand Shanice and Alexia's fascination with anime. But it wasn't a dismissal, far from it. Instead, she acknowledged it as a unique interest they held. Something she didn't quite get, but could respect all the same. It was just her way, straightforward yet accepting. She also promised to look after them. It was a pledge that, coming from Allie, carried the weight of absolute sincerity. As I drove deeper into the desert, the hot breeze caressed my skin, whispering secrets. I was surrounded by red hills and mountains dotted with sparse green vegetation, a Martian Christmas card in the making. My fears for the future mingled with memories of the past as I inched closer to an uncertain destiny. When Allie vanished, chaos descended upon the camp. Teachers roused everyone from their sleep, their voices an urgent whisper against the backdrop of the hushed desert night. When Coach Sheena ordered everyone to search the tents, her words echoed eerily and bounced off the crimson dunes. Mrs. Trunch, the stern-faced principal, questioned Shanice and Alexia with an intensity that made the girls squirm. They recounted how they'd noticed Ali's absence in the tent before they went to bed, and how it had sent them on a frantic search. They said they'd traced her footsteps into the desert, their calls for her swallowed by the vastness of the lonely expanse. As they turned back defeated, a faint glow appeared on the ground ahead. It was as though a celestial spotlight had been turned on behind them. They turned to see my sister levitating, her body bathed in an ethereal light that seemed to originate from nowhere and everywhere at once. After that, the girls ran back to their tent in terror. They said they didn't tell anyone because they didn't think anyone would believe them, and they were right. Their story was dismissed as the product of overactive imaginations. No one else believed the two 12-year-old girls when they claimed that their classmate had been abducted by a UFO. Initially, I was among the skeptics, but over the years, my skepticism began to wane. The desert skies were increasingly pierced by unexplained aerial phenomena, a phenomenon too frequent to dismiss as mere coincidence. For me, each sighting was a hint that Allie might still be out there somewhere. Now, behind the wheel of my car, I was being drawn back into the heart of the desert, pulled by an unseen force towards the unknown. The red sand swirled around me, the desert seemingly alive, whispering Allie's name with each gust of wind. The red hills loomed ominously, the sparse green vegetation clinging stubbornly to their sides. The landscape was otherworldly, like a scene straight out of one of Shanice and Alexia's beloved sci-fi tales. I wasn't going to find Allie tonight, I knew that much. But something was pulling me back to where she disappeared. I felt compelled to retrace her steps and piece together the fragments of that fateful night. I tried to convince myself that it was about seeking answers in a landscape that had kept its secrets well guarded. The recent sightings of mysterious lights were concentrated in this area, the desert's enigmatic heart. It was as if the stars themselves had come down to play on the sand dunes. Each unexplained light, each inexplicable event was a thread in this cosmic tapestry, a piece of the puzzle. As I drove deeper into the desert, I couldn't shake off the feeling that I was only at the beginning of a much larger story.